In a world driven by perception, branding, and constant noise, authenticity has become the ultimate differentiator. And when the authenticity is driven by the female lens, it doesn't just tell stories, it reshapes narratives, builds trust, and creates influence that cannot be replicated. This panel explores how women today are turning their lived experiences, perspectives, and voices into a true competitive advantage. Let me introduce our incredible panelists. Priya Patankar, Head of Corporate Communications, PhonePe. We request you to please join us on the stage. Priyal Bharadwaj, General Secretary of Mahila Morcha Delhi, BJP. Seema Bansal, Founder and Executive Director, DCG Tech Limited. And this panel discussion will be moderated by Priyanka Gulati, Partner, Human Capital Consulting, Grant Thornton, Bharat.
A few women were taken in the World War to decode a very big code. And some of these women had never been on wars before. They were not scientists. They did not know algorithms, yet they were there to decode. They were people from ordinary world, people who were doing crosswords, people who were curious and authentic. And I'm talking about World War II. These women in Bletchley Park came in together, and three things they did. They decoded the entire algorithm through three things. One, they did not assume anything. They were ready to ask questions. Questions, even if they were stupid questions, mindless, people who had not asked those questions. That was number one. Number two, what they did was saw a pattern in something that others had not seen. And therefore, they were able to decode. And thirdly, they were super curious. They were passionate. They were not dredged with, looking at codes, etc. So those were the three things they did, and they were called the authentic, curious women who decoded, and it's a well-known history in the Bletchley Park. Hopefully, all these three women here will also bring that up. So please give it to my panel, even before they start, a good round of applause before we start. I'm going to start with a very simple question to all three of you. And please answer it in terms of what is authenticity. Because in today's world, we can go to ChatGPT and look at conversations. We can look at definitions from different areas. What does being authentic mean to you?
Thanks, Priyanka. Thanks for the story. And what an uplifting panel before us. I mean, it was just beautiful. You spoke about being with a tribe of amazing women. For me, this is it. See, I think being authentic, and I'm a communications professional, in my head, of course, means being yourself. Now, the challenge in my world is, my job is to manage perception, where being yourself is sometimes risky. That's not how we are trained. That's not what we are taught. But I would say being authentic is being yourself, even when the message does not suit you. While communications professionals are trained to manage perceptions, one of the things I think it's important they remember is that their truth is theirs, and even while they're managing the optics, they need to stay true to that. Over time, I think what I've learned is that you have to state the facts to different people in different rooms without embellishing the truth. That's how it is.
So that's what being authentic means to you, Priya.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, for me, authenticity is not a life skill, to be very honest. I see being authentic where your thoughts, where your words, and where your action are so relatable that you need not to push yourself. It can be in your day-to-day activity. Being authentic means the way you are. So, right from home to the workspaces, we always say, be authentic. आप genuine रहो ना. आपकी authenticity, आप जैसे हैं, आप वैसे ही रहिए. वैसे ही आपको हर व्यक्ति समाज में आपको परसीव करेगा, आपको एक्सेप्ट करेगा. और वहीं अगर आपकी थॉट्स में, आपके शब्दों में और आपके एक्शन में कहीं कोई बदलाव दिखता है तो लोगों को समझ में आता है. विथ ऑल द एक्सपीरियंसेस इन लाइफ, आई फील दैट being authentic itself is a question to each one in ourselves, whether we are authentic or we are not. So, authenticity is effortless, it is not a life skill. And being authentic is amazing, I must say, because आपको कहीं भी pretend करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है.
Thank you so much.
ऑथेंटिसिटी की बात चल रही है तो मैं एक बहुत छोटे से मध्य प्रदेश के ग्वालियर से आती हूँ. 1.5 साल की मैं अपनी एक्चुअली मेरे पापा मेरी मम्मी मैंने अपने पापा को 1.5 साल में खो दिया था. ऑथेंटिसिटी अगर नहीं होती तो ना मेरी माँ ने हमको ऐसे ग्रो किया होता, ना ही हम यहाँ तक पहुँचते, और ना डीसीजी, जो मैं डीसीजी की पहली एम्प्लॉई हूँ, वहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक 20 साल का सफ़र बहुत बहुत दिल से और ऑथेंटिसिटी से निभाया है. इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे आपके सामने हूँ. ऑथेंटिसिटी इज़ एक्चुअली buzzword for everyone, but people sitting here, they understand, she understand, everyone understand, we understand that authenticity for us is our practice, is discipline. Authenticity is not a only word in the dictionary. We practice it every single day. We practice it at our home. We practice it in our organization.
Thank you so much. Coming to you, has there any time been an occasion where you've been asked to tone it down, being in communications, irrespective of whichever corporate that you belong to, where you had to kind of change the narrative, or any story in terms of where you had to go back and change the messaging? So any story that you have where you had to kind of tone it down so as to sell that messaging or perception?
I remember probably my first boss decided to have a two-way appraisal conversation. Naive as I was, he asked me, can you give me feedback on my leadership style? I actually had notes. I told him, you give us deadlines which don't make sense. You don't turn up for meetings on time. I mean, I had a full folio of complaints. Let's just say it didn't go well, and I didn't last there very long. 25 years later, I'm older and slightly wiser. I do know how to give feedback, but I think what I mean, since we're talking about being yourself and being authentic, what it's taught me is every place is not for everyone. You should not tone yourself down in ways in which you stop recognizing yourself. Makes you a very underwhelming person and not a very competent professional. You find your tribe, you find the place which respects you. You occasionally pay the price of being you, but you also learn how to negotiate some of those conversations. In PR, as you know, it's a constant give and take. But one thing, when Priyal ma'am was talking about it, see, anytime you call a media person and talk to them, the first thing they notice is how honest the spokesperson seems. You have to seem earnest, you have to seem honest. Those things matter in this profession.
Thank you for sharing that. Priyalji, when it comes to you, politics as we all know it, I was expecting when they said, I'll be very honest. And I hope I don't pay the price for it, but being 45 plus helps to kind of be very authentic and honest. When they said Mahila Morcha, I didn't know about the party or anything, is going to join the panel, I had a very different opinion. And you turned out to be extremely different in terms of being warm, authentic, sharing your story, being very modern in a lot of ways. So tell us a little about politics in terms of risk and reward of being who you are.
See, regardless of any opinion or perception, I must say, you need to choose the right path. So it is within your own mind. It's all the juggle among your own thoughts and your mind process, how you want to box it or you want to move ahead. So in politics also, my colleagues, my seniors, my juniors, they all know that she will speak. And she will speak whatever has been asked, she will give a straight answer to it. It won't be, taking you here and there and then coming to the point. She is authentic. She will speak up. So, and that is again effortless. I see it this way because it is a everyday practice, and I need not to be pushing myself कि मुझे उसको अपने अंदर इस आदत को ढालना है. आपको अपना सही रास्ता चुनना है और उस पर आपको ऑथेंटिक रहना है, चाहे कोई कुछ भी सोचे, चाहे वो कोई कुछ भी कहे. कितना ही डिमांडिंग प्रोफेशन पॉलिटिक्स है, पर आपका खुद का एक नैरेटिव है, आपका खुद का एक पर्सोना है, आपकी एक खुद की सोच है. आप उसको अपने साथ रख कर के जब आगे बढ़ते हैं, तब लोगों का विश्वास भी आपके ऊपर होता है और वो व्यक्ति भी कहता है कि नहीं, शी इज़ ऑथेंटिक.
Thank you. Thank you. Seema ji, you're going to go to the IPO market in a couple of years. And inshallah.
Couple of years, yeah, maybe.
Yes. So, as a woman entrepreneur, when you go for funding, when you go for an IPO, do you see the world looks at it differently and you have to prove yourself a little more? How do you think entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs especially, are treated, and how authentic you have to be in the entire journey?
The previous panel was also related to finance, and this is also related to funding. So let me tell you, when you meet your investors, or when you are facing any investor meeting, when you are raising funds, I will not say they don't doubt. Yes, they definitely doubt. भैया लड़की है, lady है, घर की जिम्मेदारियां होंगी.
Super, Seema ji, and data also proves it. Governance done by women-led organizations have better performing assets, loans are paid on time, and even compliance is at a higher percentage. Last question, and we're going to have only 4 words from each one of you from your perspective. Female lens, why do you think it's required in corporates, politics, now that you're getting 33%, and entrepreneurs? We only have 14% women entrepreneurs today. Why do you think that women lens is required? Just 4 to 5 words, very quickly, wrap up question. Empathetic from a corporate perspective, and empathy is one thing which is going to stay thanks to the AI world as well. Thank you. One thing which is required. From a politics perspective, why do you think a women's lens is required?
Our instincts work on a very high note.
Super. And that's why the World War II, the intuition and the instincts worked much better than the experience.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
A disciplined authenticity.
The discipline.
A disciplined authenticity.
The discipline and the governance that you
that
spoke about.
only proves.
All right, so little homework for the audience to look at. And while we talk about authenticity, let me just leave you with some data. Curiosity and authenticity will be the most important competencies in an AI world. Absolutely. Especially given that data can solve a lot of things for you. Intuition will be over logic. Authenticity will be over everything else. With that, thank you to the great panel that I've had and learned so much.